Hey! Da 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 ba ba da 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 ba da 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 da. Okay, this is, well, you know the song, right? We're off to see. Who are we off to see? Where are we going to find our fulfillment? This is the second of the Wizard of Oz themed videos. This is about how we find where we're looking for our fulfillment from. Where do we find it? A wizard, right? And the wizard ultimately gives, hey, well, okay, here's a diploma, here's a heart, here's an award for valor. Remember the Tin Man, the Scarecrow, and the lion, and trying to give them what they were looking for. And we all like, where do we try to find that, right? Where do we try to find nerve, courage, achievement, success, right? Where do we try to find the okayness that comes with that? And where do we try to find heart, connectedness, love, emotions, fullness of love? And if I only had a brain, where do we try to find? We would be like, if only I was smarter, if only I could understand more, if only I could like be the boss at work. You do better, know better, make better grades, whatever that is. It's like, notice how we're looking for fulfillment in the Wizard of Oz. Which is the three things: the courage, the brain, the heart. What's it for you? And then Dorothy, the sense of I want to go home. I want to go home. What are you longing for? What are you longing for? What do you follow the yellow brick road for? And we call this is like looking for fulfillment often through experience, called through experience, through relationships, through substances, through activities, but through experience. And it works, right? We get it. Like you give me the new car, and I get the great relationship. Oh, I got the raise, the dream job. Oh, that's lovely. It's great. It's great. At the same time, there's the fulfillment that is our nature. We get to know that as well. So we just sink into that as well in this game of effortless IFS. But we celebrate, and it can just be playful. That's one of the reasons I like playing with the Wizard of Oz, and maybe that'll be the title of my book. It'll just be about the Wizard of Oz, and we'll do some songs and have some fun with this. And it doesn't have to be so serious because look at this. It's this beautiful life we're all in. And I mean, Dorothy had a great adventure. But then here's the deal. It's like people talk about the Buddhists, talk about the suffering not being necessary, right? And all these other people we can see on YouTube, this Eckhart Tolle, Byron Katie, and the poet Rumi, who I just adore. They all speak of this, that suffering isn't required. What? Of course it's required. Of course it's here, but where we can find that there's a sense of some options in regarding suffering. And this is where, and this is what the whole Buddhist path, and this is the spiritual paths are about this, and most of the psychotherapies are about this, to find, to heal. But we go a little, we play a little different with effortless IFS, and just we go directly to playing with getting to know the sky, with all these other paths do in their own way. We just play with the sky and the weather. And so the idea that Dorothy could be, what if it wasn't just, what if it wasn't just the Tin Man and the lion and the scarecrow and Toto with Dorothy? What if it was you too? What if you were there? Okay, what would you be? What would your thing that you were longing for? For some of I lead lots of groups in this, and it's always different amongst all of us, and it's so great. And I know it all. I know it all. It's like I know it all here. Like Sid's been longing, as this he said, I'm not a teenager. I've been doing this life for a long time, like you all, many of you have. And then there's a sense of what were we longing for? I've longed for acceptance, being seen, being heard, connection, even a sense of okayness. If I do that, there's okayness, a sense of achieving, a sense of being received, a sense of flow, right? I was an athlete, flow. I've also loved art, a sense of flow in art, sense of ease, sense of relaxation, sense of peace, of respite, all of these things. And in my groups, people always have different things are popping, and sometimes it changes per day as far as what's most prominent. But for you right now, if you found yourself walking the yellow brick road with our friends, what would your theme be? If, one of the songs, if I only had a heart, a brain, the nerve, home, right? What would your addition to that be? What is it that you long for? The sense of how you find fulfillment, satisfaction, or a sense of home and sanctuary. For some of us, it's just unconditional love. Some of it's being seen, received, belonging, right? Belonging. Some of it's home is like why do we like adrenaline? Why do we do these adrenaline things? Why do people jump off planes, climb cliffs, go fast, drive fast? It's an adrenaline. What does that give us? It gives a sense of now, right? And in that now, there's just this okayness in this presence. What is it that each of us are longing for? And where in the yellow brick road, right? Where do you look for it as you follow your yellow brick road with our friends? Where would you look for it? Is it through the job, through the boss, through, wow, they doubled my salary today. They really appreciate me. Or is it through your family, maybe your parents, your kids, your partner? Gosh, she was so happy to see me when I came home today from work. Or the kids, they just adore me. It's not like, oh, dad, whatever. They adore me. They adore me. Is that what home is? Or is it a sense of safety? When you're home, it's a sense of, wow, there's safety here. I don't have to worry about anything. Everything relaxes. What is that? And where do you find that through experience? That's the game. And in Effortless IFS, what we do is we notice what's being longed for. And we notice, we celebrate how we find that through experience, right? And we also then celebrate what's most like that. What can we glimpse of that that's here now? So then our system starts finding some fulfillment here. And it makes it all so much more peaceful. It's like when you play a game, right? If you played a game of The Wizard of Oz, you'd be like, oh, this is just a game. This isn't like, oh my God, I'm going to be stuck in Oz forever, or the Wicked Witch is going to do whatever she was going to do to Dorothy with her. I forget what she's going to do. What she's going to do to Dorothy? It's like it becomes lighter, right? Life becomes more of a lightness of being when we get to. More to come on The Wizard of Oz. See you later. Bye.